Hey, ladies and gents, this is Istwiz coming to you with a review of the Mythic Legion's Adamonn figure. Adamonn. No, it's not Adamonn. Adamonn is the PowerCon exclusive. Did you go to PowerCon? Have you been to PowerCon? No, that's Miggy. He's never been to PowerCon. So anyway, PowerCon is a He-Man and She-Ra convention, and folks come from all over the world to...
There's a convention just for two characters?
Share their love of Masters of the Universe, which has many, many characters.
Well, he said it's a convention for He-Man and She-Ra.
Yeah, because those are the two...
So it's a convention for two characters?
Those are the two shows, the He-Man show and his sister She-Ra.
Well, then you have to say He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. So Adamonn was a exclusive for PowerCon last year, paired up with Celtis, which we've already reviewed. And again, we have our disclaimer of any similarities to characters
or persons,
real or imagined,
coincidental.
Actually, we don't really have to do it with this one because Adamonn is, he's not gonna be anybody's idea he's not going to be confused by any consumers for He-Man, but Adamonn. Let me read his bio. Adamonn, as a perennial champion of the Mercurian Coliseum, Adamonn often relied on his nearly unnatural.
Adamonn.
You're talking over the bio. Adamonn often relied on his nearly unnatural strength to conquer his foes, with a winning streak only second to the legendary Calavius. His brutal and effective style of combat made him a favorite of the Mercurian people. After taking part in the gladiatorial rebellion that ended the games forever, Adamonn went on to join Attlus and his noble clan of outcast warriors. So, there you go. He is a gladiator and a rebel. And the cool thing about him is if you want him to be a tribute or an homage or stand next to Celtis so that he can remind you of some other characters that you enjoy, or to have him
which are completely unrelated.
Yes, which are, by the way, completely unrelated. You can do that, or you can switch them up. But this is his shield. You can compare and contrast that if you like with the Masters of the Universe Classics figure by the Four Horsemen.
Once again, completely unrelated. Exactly.
The shield, it's kind of like a less cartoony version, sort of. You have the two gray straps crisscrossing at his chest.
Little ponytail.
You have this odd sort of hair and eyebrow.
Ponytail.
Yeah, I know it has a ponytail because he's Attlus. He's the head from the Attlus figure in Mythic Legions. But his eyebrows don't match his hair. That's kind of an odd thing about him. And he has blue eyes, and He-Man does not have blue eyes.
And if he raises his sword, he won't get more tan.
He-Man has brown eyes. And he's tan and blonde at the same time.
And, like brown eyebrows.
Take out the shield with brown eyebrows. You know who He-Man actually reminds me of as far as look-wise? Because if you look at the original figure, not this one, the one that originally came out in the 80s, he has like blonde hair and he has sort of Asiatic-looking features. High cheekbones. He looks like he could be part Asian. He reminds me of your cousin, Justin. Because that's a guy who's got Asian features and blonde hair.
And he's freaky.
Your cousin doesn't look freaky.
He doesn't look freaky, but his features combined with blonde hair looks freaky.
He's a good-looking guy. People stare at him all the time. So
I'm not saying he looks freaky. I'm just saying the combination.
The combination is unusual, let's just say. But that's what he looks like. He's got the orange loincloth. And that's pretty much just it. Did he come with pauldrons? He doesn't come with pauldrons, right?
He's just going to wear no armor and then just have pauldrons.
That's how manly he is. If you take his head off, you can make him into a more standard type of gladiator.
Now, for some reason, he has no armor and has a helmet.
He's badass. You know what? It kind of reminds me of like a Mad Max type look.
Oh, yeah. You can stab me in the body, but trust me, you will not hit my head.
He doesn't want to ruin his good looks. He comes with the standard double-bladed axe, which can be turned into a single-bladed axe. Nifty.
Sadly, can't be a triple-bladed axe.
You know, maybe they could make one, a quadruple-bladed axe.
Maybe a quintuple with one on the top, too. And then they'll have in between.
I think somebody has done that. I think somebody has made it.
Quintuple. They'll have a septuple blade. Wait,
there's a
bladed axe?
There's a double-bladed axe.
Oh, wait, you can actually do that?
Yeah. Wait. Well, you know what? This feels like it's kind of stuck. But yeah, if you do that...
It's not kind of stuck, it's attached.
If you take the spike, you can attach another one. Right. You could have a triple-bladed axe, which is even more Mad Maxy. Ta-da.
And now you just gotta add ones, like right here and here, and then between that some more, and then you'll have a...
See, that's the fun thing about Mythic Legions is
non-double-bladed axe.
Mixing and matching, coming up with stuff that nobody's ever come up with before. That's what I like about Mythic Legions, because whenever I come up with a certain combination and a unique character, I'm like, nobody else has ever thought of this.
And then you go online and find that someone else made the exact same thing.
I have the only toy in the world like this. I'm
just
genius.
Kidding.
Yeah, and then you go online and find somebody who's made something that's ridiculously cooler using the same or similar parts. So, what do you like him better as? Adamonn?
He's definitely better without the helmet. It just looks kind of weird.
I like the helmet because
the bird on his head.
The bird on his head is awesome.
I like him without the helmet because it looks weird to be completely unarmored and then just yes, I have a helmet.
Yeah,
actually, no, I've got helmets, you know what? And I've got these things right here. And you can't hit my belly.
But that's the cool thing. It's kind of like Mad Max, where you have all these ridiculous things going on, ridiculous outfits. It's just everybody's trying to be as extreme as possible. And he's just going to
drive into like some monster truck and start killing people. Just
because it looks rad. It looks totally rad to just be, all bare-chested and stuff. And
have a helmet.
And have a helmet
for no
on.
Reason at all.
For no reason. Isn't that Rick and Morty? That guy is like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, right? The barbarian in Rick and Morty just has a helmet and a bare chest. The one that falls in love with Summer.
Honestly, I think they should just chop off his arms and put him on his legs and legs on arms. That'll look pretty cool.
I haven't tried that yet, but we might be able to do that. So, anyway, let's take a look at Adamonn.
You can do handstands everywhere.
And compare him to He-Man with a more barbaric-looking head. I think this is Snake Armor He-Man. What do you think is your favorite of the He-Man? I kind of like Snake.
When he puts on armor, his hair also changes.
It does. It turns to like anime styled. And then
he puts a sword into the air and gets more tan.
And He-Man was once a caveman. Ular. No, his name was Ular. I think he was a caveman. But it's kind of weird because they have the comic books. Has a different mythology to him, and then they have the Filmation cartoon, which is a different mythology, and then they have some other cartoons, and sometimes the comic books and the boxes and what's on the box art or whatever doesn't exactly mismatch. But I mean, it's kind of cool. Well, he was originally a caveman or a nudist. And then there was Vicor, which was a concept, an early He-Man concept.
He's got black hair. Looks less freaky.
Vicor is my favorite, I think. I prefer him to all other.
I like this guy because
incarnations.
he's got more detailed body.
So who invented He-Man? Everybody claims they invented He-Man.
Everyone, we invented He-Man.
But what
He
we
is
do know,
our character.
but what we do know is who sculpted the original He-Man. Do you know?
No.
I believe it was Tony Guerra, a Mexican guy. It doesn't matter what his name was. I mean, he's the father of He-Man. He sculpted that giant muscled torso with the crouched legs, and so so the original He-Man was created, at least in 3D form, by a Mexican artist and sculptor. And I think it's Tony Guerra. Hope it's not like some. I'm getting the name
It's
wrong.
just some random guy.
Like Eddie Guerrero? No.
We created
No, Eddie Guerrero is a wrestler. Tony Guerra. So yeah, a Mexican guy.
Which, did you guys know that He-Man was actually initially sculpted by John Cena himself?
No. But anyway, Adamonn, the newest incarnation of a long mythology from Mythic Legions. Use them any way you want. What I do find is you really hated the Uncan figure, which was the sort of man-at-arms kind of homage. But look, now we have Keltis, we have Adamonn,
And they actually look good.
and we have Uncan, and then we have we're gonna have a Cringer type Anthro figure, and one that looks sort of like Evelyn, one that looks like Evelyn.
Completely unrelated.
I'm talking about all these figures together. You're gonna have like a Mythic Legions pantheon of Masters figures.
They're not,
but
like
completely unrelated and not easily confused. So anyway, that is a long and wandering review. I'm going to call an end to it. You know what? We never do. We're supposed to tell people, please like and subscribe, and I don't think we've ever done it a single time.
Make sure to
like
put
and
some
subscribe.
Weird red arrow in the thumbnail. Like, this is the guy.
I recently noticed that we almost have 500 subscribers.
So yeah, you gotta subscribe.
So for once, like and subscribe. Here's the whiz.
Make sure to comment. So if you don't want to just like and not comment, that's rude.
Well, depends on what kind of comment. Talk to you later. Is the whiz signing off.
Bye.